What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And first of all, I want to say that my prayers go out to anybody in the path of the new hurricane. Hurricane Delta is set to strike Louisiana and surrounding states today. And it looks like it could be another bad one for that area that has been hit by multiple hurricanes already this year. And stay safe if you're in that area, and my best wishes go out to you or anybody, any of your family that happens to be in that area. Also, if you can, give this video a thumbs up or smash the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on new upcoming stimulus check and related news updates and some of the election. My wife and I do all the research for you every single day so we can bring you all the information in a quick, concise video. And we're almost at 250,000 subscribers, which is just amazing to even be able to say that. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Okay, the White House is open to bigger stimulus plans as Nancy Pelosi, the leader of the Democrats, and the House Speaker and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin are negotiating again. Nancy Pelosi told the Republicans and the White House that she doesn't want a standalone bill for the airlines to help prevent tens of thousands of jobs to be lost from this pandemic. Now, with airlines now laying off over 50,000 new people, Nancy Pelosi now says that she wants only a larger stimulus bill, which is the exact opposite of what the Democrats wanted just a few days ago when they tried to pass their own airline-only stimulus bill, and it was rejected by the Republicans. So now the Republicans are saying that they want to do that, and they also want to pass standalone stimulus check bills. And now Nancy Pelosi says, nope, we want a large stimulus package because it helps out everybody. It helps out a lot more people than just the airlines and just the stimulus checks, which I do agree. The large stimulus package, as I have been saying for weeks, helps out everybody. I mean, we have the $1,200 stimulus check, the checks for dependents of at least $500. We have the unemployment extension, which the Democrats want $600 per week all the way till January with some retroactive spec. And the Republicans want $400 per week to January 2021, also with retroactive. So either plan has both stimulus checks and an unemployment extension. There's also going to be money in there for mortgage and rental assistance, which likely could give you another check for mortgage and rental assistance, basically to help you pay your rent. Airlines are already warning Congress and basically lobbying. They're sending new people to basically Capitol Hill almost every single day to lobby for the airline, saying that we need stimulus now, and the American people are saying, yeah, that's what we've been saying. Now the airlines are basically saying that there could be even more layoffs if they don't get stimulus, and the restaurant industry is like, wait, what about us? We've actually been harder hit than the airlines, and now the restaurant industry is pretty pissed off that they're not getting stimulus and are starting to lobby also for it, because if the airlines get it, now the restaurants are saying, hey, we need it. We actually have more people that work in the restaurant industry, and the restaurant industry has been hit harder if you look at the data, and yet they're not receiving anything, just like the American people. So, based on this, they're now negotiating on a larger stimulus package again, which is a reversal of roles from what we've seen over the last 48 hours. At first, President Trump was like, we're going to stop negotiating with you, Nancy Pelosi, because you're not negotiating fairly, is what the president's tweet said. Then 24 hours later, he says, well, actually, we do want to negotiate. We want to pass some standalone bills for the airlines, for small businesses, and also we want to pass a standalone bill for $1,200 checks. That sounded pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as the large stimulus package, which has all those other things in there. And then Nancy Pelosi comes and crushes our dreams and basically says, well, standalone checks, I mean, why would we pass just a bill for stimulus checks? I mean, I know everybody wants stimulus checks, but if we pass just stimulus checks just now, what about everybody else? What about all the other things? So we We should really pass a larger stimulus package because, we got the unemployment in there, we got the mortgage and rental assistance, we got money for schools, money for testing, money for these new vaccines that are coming out. So now we really kind of want the large stimulus package. Yeah, I know. Come on, you could say it. I know. We're on the same team here. I want stimulus just as bad as you guys. I mean, I have all you viewers that I feel like's my family, and I wish that I could just go there and be like, hey guys, let's just pass the problem solvers bill. You know that bill that's making a new resurgence now? That's the bill we need because it's already drafted by 25 Republicans and 25 Democrats. It already has the bipartisan support. Oh, and guess what? There's now Republican senators that are saying we should pass that bill. And guess what? We need 13 Republican senators to pass any bill. If we don't get at least 13 Republican senators, then no bill will pass unless it's passed through a presidential executive order. So we need Republican senators. And this bill already has both Republican and Democrat support. And this bill has not one, but two stimulus checks. You'd get a stimulus check now of $1,200 and $500 for dependents. And you'd get another check in March of 2021 that would already be set in stone and written in the bill. All that needs to happen is the pandemic needs to continue. And if it hits certain thresholds by March 2021, then guess what? It's already written in the bill. You get the next stimulus check. And guess what? If the pandemic doesn't continue to March 2021, well, then our lives go back to normal, which sounds pretty good. It's like, hey, our lives either go back to normal, people get their jobs back, industries come back, the restaurant industries come back, the airlines come back, the cruise lines come back, tourists comes back, everything comes back, and everything at least starts to get back to normal. And guess what? If it's not back to normal, then you get another stimulus check. Oh, and by the way, there's an unemployment extension in there and another unemployment extension next year if things aren't back to normal. You tell me, does that not sound like the best plan that we've had yet? I mean, there was that there was that $2,000 bill by Kamala Harris. I did it again. Kamala Harris. You know what? Just smack me every time I say her name wrong. Trust me, I'm trying. At least I don't say Trump wrong. I mean, if I said that one wrong, 5 letters, then Lord help us now. But Kamala Harris's plan of $2,000 per month until the pandemic ends, that was the only plan that was pretty much better than the Problem Solvers Caucus. And the only way that plan has any chance of even happening is if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris win the election. Even then, it'll be a stretch because they're still going to have to pass it in Congress. But if by some, chance the Democrats' hopes and dreams and wishes come true and they win the presidency, they keep the House, and they get enough votes in the Senate, then possibly that could happen. But first they have to win the presidency, and they are up by, 10 to 14% in the polls. I know a lot of people don't believe in the polls, but if the polls are to be trusted, they are ahead. So that could happen, but that's a big if. Our more solvent plan right now, our more reasonable plan that could actually happen right now is the Problem Solvers Caucus bill. It's already got support from the Democrats and the Republicans. And we now have Republican senators saying, hey, guess what? This is a pretty good bill. Man, we should pass this Problem Solvers Caucus bill. Why aren't they taking this seriously? And then, seeing a commenter earlier that said, well, Jimmy, they haven't even, voted on this in the House yet. And that's true. The reason is because this Problem Solvers Caucus bill, which is a group of 50 people from the House of Representatives, hasn't been adopted by either the Republicans or the Democrats. Okay? So Nancy Pelosi or the White House or Mitch McConnell has to adopt this plan and take it under their wing and be like, hey, we like this Problem Solvers Caucus. Let's vote on this. Or they come to an agreement with, Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, they'll be like, hey, let's agree on this bill. This is the bill America needs. It has pretty much everything in there. Let's throw in some money for the airlines, maybe the restaurant industry in there, because I don't believe that was in there because this bill was drafted, a couple weeks ago before that became urgent. Okay, so let's throw a couple things in there. But this Problem Solvers Caucus bill is the bill that we need and the bill that we want. And with it now seeing the new resurgence from both Republican senators and Democrats and Republicans, now's the time to do it. So if you're tweeting Nancy Pelosi, if you're tweeting the White House, tweet them that the Problem Solvers Caucus bill is the bill that we want and the bill that we need. Speaking of the White House, President Donald Trump's doctors say that he has completed his virus treatments and can now return to public engagements on Saturday. Now, maybe it's just me. I don't think you have to be a Republican or a Democrat to think that I wouldn't want to be in the room with anybody who just had the virus and it hasn't even been 10 days since being diagnosed to be in the room with him. You could let me know your thoughts. Would you be in the room right now with somebody who was just diagnosed with the virus, 9 days ago? And we haven't even seen a test that says that he's negative. We have not seen a single test that says that he's negative. So even if he was negative, like let's just say, boom, there was a test now that says he's negative. The problem with our testing right now is that there's the chance of false negatives is so unbelievably high. In fact, if you have the virus and the first day you have it, it's for sure you have, let's just say you were in a lab, you got it for sure, and you knew you had it, they gave it to you. You would test negative 100% of the time on day one. And by day 4, even if you have the virus, by the 4th day, your chances of testing negative is still 67%. That's the main problem right now is our tests just are not that good because it's a brand new virus. I mean, it's only been around for, 7 months now, 8 months. So they rush these tests out and they're okay, but they're just not as good as they could be in another year or so. So I wouldn't want to be in the room with anybody who has the virus, whether he's the president, Nancy Pelosi, my wife. Even if my wife had the virus, I'd be like, bro, I'm staying in the guest room and, I'll get my own food, just take care. If you need something, then, I'll slide it to you under the door. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But man, I'm not going near anybody that has the virus, let alone if they just had it. And just to catch you up on speed, the debate is now set to be virtual, and President Donald Trump basically declined it and said he doesn't want to waste his time with a virtual presidential debate. Joe Biden said, no worries, bro. I don't want to be there anyways after the last debate. That thing was a mess. So now he's saying he's going to have his own debate with just himself, and he's going to have his own town hall meeting speaking to America by himself. He's going to debate by himself. So at the current rate, we're not going to have another presidential debate. I mean, the president's got the virus. He doesn't want to do a virtual debate. Joe Biden said, I don't want to debate anyways. So Joe Biden says he's going to have his own debate by himself. So at this rate, we may not have another presidential debate, and there's already 6 million votes that have already been cast in America via mail-in voting and early in-person voting. So honestly, there's so many votes going out right now that by the time the debate happens, if it does happen, 25% of the vote for America could already be in. And if you've been paying attention, all the last several presidential elections have had the slimmest of slim margins. So they might not even be able to make a difference now as it is, because they're going to have to make big moves if they want to make some type of big change before the election and make a dent in what people already think. In fact, let me know down below if you haven't decided yet who you're going to vote for, or if you already know who you're going to vote for and it's been the same decision that you've had for weeks or months now, let me know if you're still up for debate, if you're going to change your mind on who you're going to vote for. And if you haven't yet, smash the like button for me. It's like giving a stimulus check to this YouTube channel. Thank you guys. You guys are so amazing. Thanks for subscribing. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in my next video. And you can click on this video to watch the next video, my newest stimulus check video next here. And you can click on this video to watch a video on how to start a business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have students that have replaced their entire 9-to-5 income by selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next video.